Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. And now the opening lineup for Honolulu. And it's Yao in at center. And for the Knicks, Johnson is out there with Anthony. And it's Ward in at the point guard position. Honolulu with the ball. Nowitzki, pass to Yao. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And Yao Ming's a handful when he's this deep. I mean, virtually impossible to guard. You can't let him get this kind of position. Easier said than done, though.
Houston. The three-pointer off the mark.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pippen, pass to Nowitzki. Here's Kidd. To the paint. Here's Yao. Puts the move on.
Yao is such a big guy. And his physicality, that's reward.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls
for the away team. Yao Ming at the line. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Pass to Ward. A hand on it. Here's Wade. Picked his pocket. And here they come. He's all alone. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Boy, Johnson showing you that impressive leaping ability. Terrific at rising up for the throwdown.
Yao, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Ward. Pass to Houston. Inside. Here's Ewing. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Boy, Ewing does a nice job anticipating shot trajectories, realizing how quick to position himself on that offensive glass.
Wade drives in, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And the basket by Pippen.
I love to see Pippen hunting his shot, especially when he's got the position he wants inside.
Here's Ward. Pass to Houston. There's the triple. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Kidd. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Kidd has no issues mixing it up down low. He's a physical point guard.
New York trails by 5. Here's Houston. The quick look, no good that time. Here's Wade going inside, and he dunks it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively. Something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's New York now. 7-point differential. Pass to Anthony. And that one's long.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Houston. Cash money on the open jump shot. Houston's got 5.
That's Houston's sweet spot now, knocking jumpers down off the catch.
Doncic passes to Stojakovic. Outside Davis. 1:33 left in the first quarter. And Davis slams
breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for fourth most in NBA history.
Yeah, he is so special. And the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
Off the left rim and out.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
Here's Ewing. Here he goes. It's good.
Well, it's good to see Ewing attacking the defense. Good things happen when he does that.
And stolen by Anthony. Here's Childs. That one's good. This game is all even.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Bird passes to Wallace. Outside Davis. Back to Wallace. Pass to Stojakovic. Plenty of space. And he connects with a jumper.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
4-3. Can't get it to drop. The first quarter all wrapped up. And it's been an exciting game so far. Honolulu on top. They lead by a bucket. And we'll bring
team 18.
some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Honolulu.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
On the floor for Honolulu, they've got Luka Doncic. He's out there with Davis, and it's Wallace in at the 5, down low. Davis has gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And he's going for the lob. Oh, what a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Wallace, the pass to Stojakovic. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
On the rack attack, Stojakovic shows that he's more than just a shooter.
New York trails by 4. Here's Ward. No made baskets yet. To the inside. Ooh, what a play. Just palms the block. Pass to Davis. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's Wallace. Tries again. Here's Bird. And a two-handed jam.
Wallace, just a fighter. He puts his hard hat on and goes after it on the board.
Here's Sprewell. Pass to Ward. This one for 3. Tipped away. Honolulu leading by 6. Down low. Here's Wallace. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
They were totally in sync on that play. Targeted the pass beautifully.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And New York has possession. No points yet here in the second quarter for him. Ward passes to Anthony. Here's Sprewell. No points so far. Here's Johnson. Here's Ward. Drills it from deep.
Now sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Honolulu leading by 5. Pippen, pass to Kirilenko. Here's Pippen, three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer. Pippen's got 5 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Knocks down the triple.
Good to see Anthony knocking down that three. When he does this, the offense becomes even more potent.
Here's Pippen. And it's New York with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And it's rejected. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go.
Checking in for your home team, Allen Houston. Child.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the score.
What you say? And Mr. Sprewell rising up. And easy lift off.
Pippen. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And good whistle there. Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
So both teams making some changes here.
I think what you most appreciate about Pippen, at least I do, is his versatility. I mean, he scores it, he rebounds, he passes, and he defends at a really high level.
Houston gets the bucket.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
To the middle. Here's Kidd. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Down low, Kidd's assertiveness makes the difference. I mean, helping them get around the trees, the big fellas in there, and to a shot. That's good work.
And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Johnson. The rebound by Nowitzki.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
Here's Kidd. Now passes to Wade. Here's Pippen. Deflected. And he stepped on the line, so they turn it over.
Team ball.
Honolulu leading by 6. Nowitzki, pass to Wade. To the paint. Nowitzki, that one's good.
You got to try to keep pace with Nowitzki now. Once he sets that pick, he's looking to get the ball back with the hard cut.
Here's Houston. Give him 8. Baseline try. It's tipped. And they get it back. And Ewing gets it to go. Ewing's got 6 points.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Houston. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Well, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
To the right side. Back to Wade. The 3. And Honolulu, another 3.
Give their offense some love. They've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for him so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Here's Childs. Can't nail the jumper. So we conclude the first half. Honolulu on top, up by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Here's Ward. They've got Anthony, also Johnson out there, and it's Ewing in at center, filling out the middle. Anthony with a bucket. Give him 8.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And for Honolulu, And it's Yao in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Known as a pass-first player, that's who Jason Kidd is. He doesn't shy away from shooting off the catch when he has opportunities.
Pass to Johnson. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. New York shooting their first free throw this game.
At the line.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
A dynamic and confident scorer. Houston as steady as it gets at the offensive end.
For three, Anthony knocks down the long J. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
Clearly a defensive breakdown there, guys. They didn't play him close enough on the inbound and then gave up the triple.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Oh, man, that was cold-blooded. Nasty. Kidd putting the opposition on notice with the three-point answer.
Ward passes to Houston. Anthony with it. The 17-footer. The bank shot, no good. Honolulu leading by 9. Here's Nowitzki. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Hey, that's on the defense right there. Can't let Dirk get the positioning he wants inside.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Fans, please give a big round of applause to your next team.
New York making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Make some noise.
New York trails by 11. Pass to Anthony. Uncovered. And he hits the jumper. Anthony's got 13 now.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Stojakovic. No good from outside. And New York has possession. Ward passes to Williams. Here's Houston. Down low. Tough touch off the glass. Ward's gotten his second bucket.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Wade. 11 points in the game. Robinson gets the bucket.
Yeah, I like the interior game of Robinson. Really does a nice job with getting deep position and then going to work.
Here's Ward. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Ward's gotten 4 this quarter.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. Well done.
Wade. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for your home
A touch
team.
over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Ward passes to Anthony. Three-pointer off the mark. Honolulu leading by 9. Pass to Robinson. Outside Payton. Here's Wade. Shot clock at 6. Back to Payton. The three ball.
2 minutes.
Wade, the pass to Stojakovic. 1:50 left in the third quarter. Inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
That's from
Coaches love to see ball moving, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
1:39 left in the third quarter here. Houston passes to Ward. Here's Sprewell. Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 5 rebounds tonight. Wade, the pass to Payton. Good on the shot. Payton's got his first points of the game.
Well, how about Gary Payton? Silky look, working his way in close to the basket to make sure he got what he wanted in close.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Sprewell. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
No good on the second free throw. Honolulu leading by 12. Now Payton. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Bird. Now here's Robinson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Bird. He's guarded by Anthony. And it's Bird missing. It's Anthony on the take. And Anthony slams it in.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Here's Wade. Outside Payton. Here's Stojakovic. Lets the 3 fly. No good on the shot. New York trails by 10. Ward passes to Houston. Wing shot on the way. Here's Anthony. Tipped. Pass to Ward. 3-pointer. The shot won't fall. Here's Wade. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good moment.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. Honolulu on top. They lead by 12. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. They've got Johnson, and it's Ward in at the point. Pass to Bird. And it's New York with a rebound. Ewing's got 4 rebounds now. New York trails by 12. Here's Ward. Poke loose. Here's Houston. Shoots it from the high post. They get it again.
And just not allowing the shooter to get comfortable from mid-range.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night. A hand in your face on every jump.
Here's Bird. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
You know, when Yao cuts like this, you got to try to get in front of him and impede his progress. Beautiful execution in the pick and roll there.
Now a timeout called by New York.
And please give a big round of applause to your tax team.
to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen to New York's head coach talking to his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
You know, with his size, skills, mobility, and touch, Patrick Ewing is the perfect option near the basket.
Doncic passes to Kidd. Here's Pippen. Pass to Wallace. Anthony grabs the board. Anthony's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Houston. It's blocked.
Wallace, clearly a great shot blocker. Add another one to his talent.
Doncic. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So, unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
Wallace, the pass to Kidd. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Honolulu.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
Yeah, another thing they did well defensively, closing out. Inside and outside, their defenders were flying out to shooters.
Here's Pippen. And Ward pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Three-pointer, Anthony. Got a piece of it. Pass to Houston. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Anthony with a bucket.
Anthony wanted to see that play finish the right way. Good job on the offensive glass.
Here's Pippen. Doncic outside. Here's Kidd. Here's Kirilenko. Covered by Johnson. We've got 1:48 left in the 4th. Wallace, the pass to Doncic. Back to Wallace. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Home team ball.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. To the left wing. Here's Houston. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out.
Nice find that time from Carmelo. We know he's a scorer, but that time did a good job finding the open teammate.
Out left to the wing. Here's Pippen. He's guarded by Anthony. Kidd, the pass to Pippen. Boom! He jams it straight down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
New York trails by 14. Pass to Ward. And here's Anthony. With the 10-footer. Shot is off. Shooting 7 for 15. Wallace, the pass to Doncic. Back to Wallace. To the wing, right side. Here's Kirilenko. Now here's Doncic. Pippen. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback? Diminished.
And there's the lob. Blocked. They retain possession. Anthony misses. On offense, here's Honolulu. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Shooting for the away team, Jason Kidd.
It does wonders for an offense to have a point guard like Kidd at the helm. A tremendous facilitator.
20 seconds left in the game. Anthony outside. They need this. Kidd with a rebound. Doncic outside. And Doncic hammers it home.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused. Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so it's Honolulu with the W. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup
Sporting event.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now let's take a look at Honolulu's opening lineup. They've got Kemp. Kyle Korver is out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Van Horn. And it's Jordan in at the center, filling out the middle. And for San Antonio, they've got Ginobili. Duncan out there with Bowen. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Parker in at the point guard position. Kemp passes to Jordan. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Back to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, that's about as high percentage as it gets for DJ. Go to work, big man.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Parker. Off target from the wing. And here's Honolulu. Here's Van Horn. Rebounded by Bowen. Ginobili against Jordan. Ginobili. That's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And the Spurs with possession. After Kyle Korver missing in that last three-pointer. Duncan can't hit. And here's Kemp. He'll bring it up for Honolulu. Here's Van Horn. Tim Duncan grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Bowen. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
Love a big man who can pass. Great instincts. Duncan finds the open man there for the bucket.
Ginobili against Korver. Passes it to Van Horn. Back to Korver. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shot. Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
So here's Westbrook. After the basket by San Antonio. Knocks down the three ball.
And this is what makes Korver so effective. His ability to take and make shots quickly.
Korver's gone 50% from the arc. 1 of 2. There's the pass to Bowen. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Jordan kicks to Korver. Back to Jordan. And stolen by Wembanyama. Ginobili the pass to Wembanyama. That one doesn't drop. They've been trailing for a few minutes here.
But that could change right here.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
To the left wing, Parker with no one around. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And here's Honolulu. Korver passes to Kemp. Out to the wing. Back to Korver. He dishes it to Kemp. Jordan kicks to Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Honolulu needs to get off a shot. Van Horn. And it's good. The time running down on the shot clock.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
1:15 left in the first quarter. Ginobili the pass to Parker. Knocked away. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Kemp. Duncan with the block. They retain possession. Pass to Van Horn. Second chance shot. The kick out to Westbrook. Over Parker. Westbrook, no good. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They trail by 1. Here's Ginobili. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
And yes, it's good.
But you cannot give DeAndre Jordan those types of lanes. As soon as you do, he's going to exploit them.
So it's the Spurs now. Now Ginobili. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
To the inside. Here's Parker. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
5 seconds left in the first. The 3 from Korver. Doesn't go for it. 1 quarter in the book. It's been a close one so far. Spurs lead by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Here's Parker. So with Westbrook on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Van Horn out there with Stoudemire. And it's Pat. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Howard in at the center position. Pass to Van Horn. Wagner outside. Here's Pat. Here he goes. Duncan with the block. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Oh, and a fast break for Honolulu. Honolulu passing it around. Passes it to Pat. Here's Van Horn. Ori defending. Van Horn, the pass to Pat. Here's Van Horn. 4 on the clock. The dish now to Howard. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Ori. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Ori's got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs.
Nice possession. Ori getting the close look to go.
Stoudemire kicks to Wagner. Takes a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communication. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
San Antonio. Rose comes in for Muhammad. And Barry subbed in for Tim Duncan. Honolulu also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Howard. Shaden Sharp comes in for Van Horn. And it's Johnson in for Pat. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Ginobili.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Here's Jokic. Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 6. Here's Barry. And the pass to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Parker's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Kicks it out to Wagner. The game now all-time. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
Pass to Ori. Lets it go from deep. Sinks the three-pointer.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire got burned.
Jokic with it, picked up by Ginobili. And it's Stoudemire missing.
Well, this is how you shut him down. A tremendous contest against a very skilled player.
Parker's shot is off.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense will start to bog down a bit.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Spurs. Owen comes in for Barry.
But while Parker does not take many threes, when he does, you just have a feeling it's going in.
Stoudemire, the pass to Sharp. Back to Stoudemire, trying to find Jokic, gets it to him. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Spurs leading by 5. Here's Ori. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And so
First team foul.
Ori can play a number of positions and can be plugged into just about any lineup.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls. A different look for Honolulu. Cats check in for Wagner. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Johnson. And so he hits both.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Back to Westbrook. Pass to Stoudemire. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Jokic doing the job inside.
And if Jokic has the position inside, forget it.
Jokic has gone 2 of 3 from the field. Parker up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Ori. And no good. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. The shot by Ori, no good.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Westbrook against Parker. Also Westbrook with the rebound. Honolulu trails by 3. Stoudemire, here we go. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle. 2 shots coming up.
In the face-up game of Amari.
Second
The
team
ability
foul.
to put the ball on the floor.
Shooting
just
Honolulu.
For Honolulu, they've gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw drops for Stoudemire. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Honolulu. And both free throws good for Stoudemire.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Here's Parker, driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Parker's got 7 points for the quarter.
And Parker is just so clever at finding ways to score off the drive as he demonstrates there. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that on the inbounds play. Exactly the way they drew it up.
So Honolulu calls timeout. They're first. Here's Westbrook. Korver up top. There's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Korver's got the lead up to 2 now for Honolulu. 6 changes of the lead here.
Both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Honolulu out in front, up by 2. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third. First half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for the Spurs. A 2-point game. So with Duncan sitting on the bench. Here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Parker out there with Ginobili. Then there's Ori. And it's Bowen in at the 3, the small forward. It's stolen by Korver. He kicks to Rice. Shoots the 3. Korver, no luck.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Passes it to Wembanyama. The pass to Parker. A 3 from Ori. And there's a call on him. That's his first foul. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Ori.
Team foul. Substitution for your Spurs, Tim Duncan.
Duncan, the pass to Bowen. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Duncan's got 3 assists in the game. Bowen's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. Westbrook against Parker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. And here is Parker. He's got 9. Here's Bowen. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Bowen's got 5 points in the quarter.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
Westbrook kicks to Korver. No good on the triple. San Antonio leading. Parker inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Parker's shot is off. And here's Honolulu. Here's Korver for 3. Good on the triple.
Kyle Korver.
Korver's got 9
points.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Duncan. Westbrook with the block.
Wow, Russell Westbrook, when he's engaged defensively, he can send it back.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Spurs with possession. Trailing by 2. Wembanyama passes to Bowen. Duncan dishes to Ginobili. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And the technical free throw is good. A lot of new players out there for Honolulu. To the middle, the 10-footer. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. San Antonio shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And that one falls to Ginobili.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Ginobili. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Sharp, the pass to Jokic. Down low, here's Pack. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. And Honolulu leads by 1.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Offensive rebound. Here's Van Horn. Good on the shot. Now it's a 3-point Honolulu lead.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
San Antonio calls timeout.
For viewers, timeout's a chance to check your phone, grab a drink, but for the teams, it's all about business.
Well, there's something that the coach doesn't like. I'm curious to see which kind of adjustment he makes here.
Partners checked in for Van Horn. Korver comes in for Sharp. And it's Johnson in for Pat. Kemp against Duncan. And Sean Kemp picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
Here's Bowen. Drills the three-pointer. Bowen's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
And this is Bowen's specialty on offense. A legit threat from beyond the arc.
Back to Wagner. Kemp dishes to Korver. Pass to Johnson. Honolulu passing it around. Clock at 4. Just over 3.5 minutes into the third quarter of play now. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. And so it's Ginobili bringing it up now for San Antonio. Parker finds Ginobili. And it's Mono Ginobili with the finish.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Wagner from long range. It's hauled in by Ginobili. So it's the Spurs now. It's Wembanyama at the elbow.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
Johnson kicks to Jokic. Pass to Wagner. Now Johnson. Covered by Parker. Johnson against Parker. Johnson inside. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 4 rebounds in this game. From outside, off the mark. Outside Korver. The 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Korver's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team. Productive and efficient.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Honolulu leads by only 1. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Howard sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Kemp is out there with Jokic. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Johnson. And it's Korver in at the 2 guard. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Honolulu.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
On the dunk by Duncan.
And how about the timing from Duncan on the glass, getting there to collect that offensive rebound and the putback.
Here's Ginobili. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Shooting for Honolulu.
And he knocks down the first 2 shots. Jordan's checked in for Honolulu. Korver comes in for Pat. Both good from the line that time. San Antonio trailing here. Ginobili right side. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Here's Duncan. It's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Yeah, you got to honor Duncan from the mid-range. When he's got space to shoot, he does not hesitate.
Johnson gets to Korver. Passes to Kim. Back to Korver. And the three off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pulled the shot a little after the bounce goes his way. Now it's a 4-point Spurs lead. Timeout called, Honolulu.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
A big group substitution here for Honolulu. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. Now he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the three is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Rice passes to Korver. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Rebound, San Antonio. Bowen's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Ginobili. Here's Wembanyama.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Honolulu trails by 6. Stoudemire kicks to Korver. And there's the pass to Rice. Here's Van Horn. Back to Korver. And they get it. Honolulu. No good that time either.
After the strong first half, this guy has not been the same. Largely a no-show right here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First team foul.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And the other thing, guys, credit their game plan. They've been getting the looks they want, and they are executing at a high level.
Good on the second free throw. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Honolulu. They trail by 7. Stoudemire the pass to Korver. Rice kicks to Korver. Honolulu, no good that time either.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Knocks it loose. An even 3-on-3 break. Westbrook way outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
Westbrook demands the basketball and says, I got you, fellas. The big-time delivery.
San Antonio leading by 4. Pass to Wembanyama. Inside, here's Parker. And following the shot, he'll shoot 2 off of the free throw line.
First personal foul.
They get Russell Westbrook.
Second team foul. At the line for San Antonio.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
It's obvious. Tony Parker has a real mind for this game. The way he dissects defenses and finds himself shots, he just has a higher understanding of the sport.
Wagner's checked in for Kyle Korver.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Duncan misses. Honolulu trails by 4. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And Benyon with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
They get the rebound. Easy money for Benyon.
How do you like that? I mean, the rookie stepping up big time. This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. This guy is clutch. He's money. If the game's in the balance, Russell Westbrook says it's my turn.
Russell Westbrook. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Taking 2 shots.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
Parker against Westbrook. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Well, once he's feeling it, defense starts to get a little bit uncomfortable. Russell Westbrook cooking right now.
Parker with the bounce pass. Duncan. It's good.
How about the concentration from Duncan? Doesn't budge, even in the biggest of moments.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
Offensive rebound. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Parker surveying the floor. Five to shoot. Yes!
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreak.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, I mean, there was some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it.